You won't believe the context in which I now get to mention the Transmotions. It's like a modern Cinderella story to me. I went to soundbetter.com, which is a music production marketplace. I'll put the link in the description. This is where I already found Brad Mayer, who did the mixing for the first album. He did an awesome job. He's got Kygo, Isaac Daniels, and Dean Lewis on his credits. So he's a very well-known professional in the pop music industry. And he did a great job for the Transmotions. So once that was finalized, I still had to look for a mastering engineer. And mastering is something you have to imagine. Let's say you want to bake a cake. Yeah, you need ingredients. That would be the recording. Yeah, different instruments. You need to mix it all together. That would be the mixing process. But the final stage where you want to sell your product is the mastering. Yeah, you want to do the topping, the icing, the cream on the top. All right, that's mastering. And I went to soundbetter.com. I went through all the profiles, and I stopped at one profile with somebody having 29 years of experience and working in the world-famous Metropolis Studios in London for 10 years. So he's been working with Amy Winehouse, Robbie Williams, Manic Street Preachers, George Michael, Bryan Adams, The Verve, etc. I can name a lot more. I stopped there and I contacted this guy. The studio is called JML Mastering Studios in the southwest of London. And he immediately came back to me. It was from the very first moment, it felt like I was guided through the whole process. I was welcomed very much. His name is Julian Lowe, and I'm so happy that I've got him on my credit list because he's a very, very well-known professional, but he treated me, where I'm at zero, he treated me like a top-performing artist all the time. He was guiding me through all processes and leading me to the final product with all his experience. I'm so happy to have him on board. And there's one thing for sure, Julian Lowe will be the mastering engineer for the upcoming Transmotions albums. And every year I'm going to produce one album. So for the next coming years, there will be one song, one music video, podcast, etc. every month. And Julian Lowe will be the audio mastering engineer. And there's one more person I have to mention here. That's Raimund Burke. I'll put his link in the description. He's a friend of mine, a multi-talented musician, a recording engineer, artist, very, very good guitar player. Thanks a lot, Raimund, for letting me know that there's something out there like soundbetter.com, this music production platform where you can meet producers, mixing engineers, mastering engineers, other musicians, get in contact through private messaging, and then maybe agree upon a deal. All the payment will be done through soundbetter.com. And this is the way I met Brad Mayer and Julian Lowe. And it's something I can really recommend. And I take the opportunity to tell you more about the Transmotions voice, which is actually my voice. Well, I spend a lot of energy in placing the microphone, in setting the compressor, the preamp, and everything else. And I want to tell you more about it because maybe you're an independent young artist, want to know more about it. I've got a Neumann U67 microphone, which is a brilliant tube microphone, where I'm singing very close. So I get very close, only a few centimeters. Okay, if I'm starting to belt or scream, I maybe do 30 centimeters, but all the rest of the time, I try to get as close as possible, because later on in your mix, you're going to add hall, reverb effects, and so on. And the more you add, and the more instruments you add, the more far away you get your voice. So already during recording, you want to have the voice at your ear if you listen to it, and that's what you achieve if you come very close to the microphone. Let's say this would be the U67. I would go like here, and maybe a bit on top to get more of the deeper frequencies here on the signal. You can try a lot. I tested for a month until I got the perfect signal. One very good example for this proximity effect, including oversteering, which is not that bad. I work every once in a while with a little bit of oversteering, is Johnny Cash and the song Hurt. If you listen to Johnny Cash Hurt, you will hear a lot of oversteering in the recording, but the voice is brilliant. It is touching. It is very near to you, and that's the exact effect that I'm using here as well. Also, my acoustic guitar, I'm recording through the U67. I've got a KM184, and I compared it, but I prefer the U67 also because I recorded the vocals already with the U67, and then the sound is a little bit more homogeneous. And I love the sound of the U67. It's brilliant. I'll explain a little bit more about the settings that I did. So also with the acoustic guitar, I went through the Neumann V402 preamp and the Retro Revolver compressor. I didn't do any setting on the V402, but quite a lot on the Retro Revolver, which is a brilliant compressor. It's very smooth, very soft. And due to the fact that it's very soft, I had to put the threshold very high. So I applied a lot of compression on the acoustic guitar. I set it to 250 Hertz low cut. I tested a lot. I've got the opportunity to have a low cut at 60 Hertz at the Neumann. Used that for the vocals. But during the acoustic guitar testing, I realized there's a lot of mud in that guitar sound, as well as with the 90 Hertz low cut I have on the Retro. So I didn't expect I would try the 250 Hertz low cut, but that worked best. So all the mud in my playing is not recorded, and I've got a more brilliant sound that worked very well. Like I said, I put a very high threshold, attack very fast, and at a mediocre release. That's the way I recorded my acoustic guitar. Also here, I stayed away, placed the microphone close to the 12th fret, maybe 20 centimeters away, really depending on what you play. If I play very, very quiet parts, I come closer. If I do heavy strumming, I go more away. So what's next? August 7th is the date when the first single will be released. The song is called We Go On. And it's a social critical song. It's a song about feelings, a song about death, problems, issues, pain. Like many of my songs are dealing with things that people in small talk usually don't talk about. But it's my DNA. These are the things that I like to talk about and like to express in my music, because we are facing it, and not talking about it is not an option for me. What else is up? I'm producing the songs myself, so I'm the Transmotions producer. I'm recording here, so for every song that will be released, there will also be a free guitar sample pack. So on my Ko-Fi profile, I'll put the link in the description, there will be a free sample pack for every song. In every sample pack, there will be 5 samples of a dry Taylor acoustic guitar played through a Neumann U67, Neumann V402, and a Retro Revolver. So the quality is really very, very high. I didn't manipulate the signal. I didn't EQ it. So if you want a final product, let's say, maybe check it out, but that maybe not your thing. But if you want to still adjust EQs and compression and all that stuff, and you like raw signals, that's your thing, go download it. It's for free. And you could even support my work on Ko-Fi, because you can spend me a coffee there or send me $5 or $5,000 if you think that my work is worth $5,000. Would be nice. All right. See you next time.
Life's a piece of shit if you don't care just a little bit. on, if you just go on, if you just go on.